And the D-VAS, the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad from Toronto Roller Derby.
Going to be a very interesting matchup indeed. Both very amazing leagues on their own. Their farm teams definitely showing that here this weekend. So it looks like our starting lineup, we're going to have Killer at Large out there jamming for the D-VAS and Dangerous out there jamming for Hammer City.
Dangerous has done some extremely heavy lifting for Hammer City in this tournament. We'll see if she can continue her streak against Killer at Large here for the D-VAS.
And of course, actually, Dangerous won MVP for the tournament for her team. She was awarded a set of wheels. Thank you to Rydell for providing every team an MVP with a brand new set of wheels. I think they forgot to do their cheers, so they're doing it while on the track. Yeah, the energy buzzing out there, getting ready to go. Perfect. We just get the NSOs are sorting out a couple things, I think, on their whiteboard. All right, and we're off. Ish.
The winner of this bout will, of course, go on to the championship game.
And they will be playing Les Bûches.
The loser of the game will face Pulp Affliction from Orangeville in the bronze medal game. The 5-second warning has gone, and we are about to begin. Here we go.
Beautiful. Opening up the outside. Killer at Large getting lead jammer for the D-VAS. Dangerous not far behind, just breaking through Enraged and Firecracker at the front of the pack. Killer going to try to get a couple points and call it off. Great blocking there by Hammer City. Oh, a huge hit thrown by Enraged. 2 points awarded to the D-VAS, 0 to Hammer City.
Now you see the teams resetting. On the jammer line, number K1 there for the D-VAS. K2, that's Heavy Knitter. No, K1.
Yeah, K1, Heavy Knitter. And out there for Hammer City.
Steffi Spitfire.
And some tight walls from both teams here, having some trouble getting through. Heavy Knitter on the inside and the front. She gets up.
Heavy Knitter struck down by Pretty Shady, who's done some great blocking work in this tournament.
Android WK, another force to be reckoned with. She knocks down and steps back on Steffi Spitfire.
Heavy Knitter, lead jammer, now approaching the pack, reducing speed. There is a big pile of bodies in front of her. She cuts through to the inside line, runs up against a wall, a black.
She's gotten 3. She's going for the 4th. She gets a 4th. She calls it off. Beautiful, beautiful.
And this will place the D-VAS into a 6-2 lead over Hammer City with 18-10 remaining.
So we have Gitana Loba out there jamming for Hammer City and Battering Nam for the D-VAS.
Gitana Loba, an import for the purposes of this tournament. She is from Tri-City.
Nice. We've seen some good blocking there using their partner in the back at the wall of Hammer City.
Gitana Loba manages to shopping cart the blockers in front of her, keeping herself in fair play. She is lead.
Dangerous going off the track for a use of forearms. Battering Nam having to try to fight through. Home Wreckham Holly has done a great job as well blocking.
Gitana Loba sails through the pack. That is a 4-point pass. No, a 5. A grand slam for Gitana Loba.
Battering Nam finally getting out, just finishing her initial pass. Just about to start scoring. And Gitana calls it off. Very wise decision, calling it off before Bam gets a chance to score any points.
And this will pivot the seesaw for these two teams.
And we have the ketchup out there, the infamous ketchup. Or catch-up, I should say. All right, now we have Full Deck out there jamming for the D-VAS. And Steffi Spitfire out there again for Hammer City.
Hammer City leading by a point, 7-6 in their favor.
Oh, big hits thrown there. And full deck trying to break through on the outside. And she does so to get lead jammer.
Steffi Spitfire held at the back of the pack. She is struck down to her knees, quickly regains her skates, but has some trouble. Tangled up at the inside line. Meanwhile,
Android WK. Oh, she's fast with the dragbacks. Steffi Spitfire again having to fight through this wall. Rubber rectum. Android WK and Heavy Knitter giving her a really hard time at the back of the pack.
full deck at the front on her scoring pass. Cuts her way through. That is a grand slam.
Natural born grand slam. And Steffi Spitfire finally gets out of the pack. It was a hard-fought initial pass.
Penalty to Heavy Knitter as the jam comes to a close. She will take a seat in a blocking role. She's in the sin bin for 1 minute. Rainbow Fight comment here from GK. She's saying hi. I do believe she's in Maui right now.
Yeah, hello, Get Your Kicks. And Casey in Maui watching Derby. I can't even believe you right now. I love you. All right, now we have Killer at Large out there jamming for the D-VAS. And Dangerous, I think, for... Yes, Dangerous out there for Hammer City. Really fighting. They're doing a really solid wall there. Killer at Large breaking out to get lead jammer. Ooh.
Killer at Large made a nifty move there to get through on the inside line. It was very smooth looking, and now she has lead.
Dangerous hot on her tracks, about 50 feet behind her. She's going to try to get her quick points and call it. She calls it. Excellent work. Getting 2 points in the process. 0 awarded to Hammer City. 22-7 right now for the D-VAS. 14 and a half minutes left. Android WK now out there jamming against Katana Loba. Getting some jammer on jammer action on the line.
Yeah, they jockey for position before the whistle. Nobody's willing to give any way. Here they go.
Nice. Android through on the outside to get lead jammer. Katana Loba not far behind though. We've seen a lot of jammer on jammer action with Android. I'm curious to see if she'll try for it. Oh, I think she realizes she has enough track space that she can get a couple points and call it.
Android WK putting on the afterburners.
Beautiful.
Zips through the pack and calls off the jam.
2 points. 2 points awarded to the D-VAS.
Quarterfinal action continues. We have a new jammer. It is Enraged.
She's heavy in the pack, but occasionally she does a really great job jamming, so occasionally she likes to take a trip with the star.
And now she faces Dangerous. Here they go.
And she's breaking through on the outside. Dangerous getting the inside line to get lead. Home Wreckham Holly getting ready to throw a big hit on Enraged. Enraged takes it like a champion. Enraged trying to pass Dangerous. Dangerous, I think, getting ready to throw a hit on her.
The two jammers eye each other. They are now approaching the pack. They've nearly caught up. They will both engage together, or Dangerous will have to call it off. She does.
Enraged sneaks by on the inside. Dangerous calls it off to prevent her from scoring. Nil jam.
24-7 remains on the scoreboard. And just about 12 and a half minutes remaining.
So we have full deck out there again, jamming for the D-VAS, and Steffi Spitfire for Hammer City. Oh, hit off the line. Oh, full deck going to the box for what appears to be a low block, I think, from what I can see from the refs.
Now a power jam for Hammer City. Steffi Spitfire picking up lead. Now she puts on a burst of speed. She knows she is in a power jam situation. Her teammates, Conga off to one side.
Excellent blocking out there by the D-VAS. Really holding her. Moose Knuckles dropping back to bridge to keep them within play.
Direction of gameplay penalty to Android WK wearing the pivot stripe. She will take a seat in the penalty area. Steffi Spitfire skates on. Excellent footwork by Steffi Spitfire. Puts up a grand slam, splits the defense, and squeezes through.
4-2 pack advantage right now for Hammer City, becoming very apparent on this power jam. Steffi Spitfire just breezing through the pack.
Pretty shady, instructing her teammates to back things up as they move the pack towards Steffi Spitfire so they can maximize the number of points she scores. More penalties on the play for the D-VAS, Rainbow.
We have a lead change, 27-24 right now for Hammer City. Full deck back on the track. She's going to want to score some points, but I believe she's still on her initial pass, so Steffi Spitfire still has some more time. Steffi Spitfire doing a wise job calling it off before full deck starts scoring any points. We have one blocker standing in the box, Android WK, and we have one blocker sitting, Moose Knuckles. And now we have another blocker sitting, Heavy Knitter. So we have 3 in the box, and I believe Rubber Rectum actually just checked in and has to go back out on the track. So it's a 4-1 pack advantage right now for the D-VAS. And
We
a timeout
have a timeout,
called.
yes. Hammer City 31, the D-VAS 24. Just over 10 minutes remaining in the contest.
Tucanale, one of D-VAS bench managers, calling a timeout. Android WK, I think, giving a little bit of a powwow chat in the box, trying to make some things, trying to get some things fixed up. And then the catch-up is doing a dance, getting the crowd riled up here.
We would like to thank our good friends at Rumbling Rage Derby Shop, Monster Muffin, and Rydell Skates, all of them helping make this broadcast possible. Thank you for your assistance.
Getting pumped up on the bench there.
That's Peppermental getting very excited on the bench for Hammer City. She wants her teammates to maintain the momentum they've had as they have been able to take back the lead from the D-VAS in the past few jams.
Killer at large out there against Dangerous. Again, 4-1 pack advantage. Killer getting recycled. Coming around the outside. Homereckham Holly giving her a hard time, but she slips through on the inside. We have Android WK and Rubber Rectum out there now. Rubber getting ready to check in. Android, trying to recycle on the inside. Not enough time to do so.
Homewreck and Holly has been a tremendous physical presence for Hammer City throughout this tournament, and once again showing track smarts as well as the ability to block as she turned around and gave instructions to her blockmates, and she's still on the track. She's going to double shift.
Yeah, she's done absolutely phenomenal this weekend. So now we have a 3-2 pack advantage for Hammer City. Rubber Rectum just checked into the box. It was full originally when she was given her penalty, and now she's sitting in the box for a minute. So we have Steffi Spitfire out there against Full Deck again. Full Deck getting lead jammer off the inside. Homereckham Holly doing a great offensive block.
Steffi Spitfire giving chase to Full Deck.
Oh. The D-VAS doing a great job. They're speeding it up there. Hammer City doing a great job.
Steffi Spitfire still chasing Full Deck. Full Deck is inside the pack.
Nice.
She passes as many as she can and calls it off.
She gets her 4 points. Excellent work. I think, and again, it has to be reiterated. You score till the fourth whistle. So you have to keep pushing to the fourth whistle, and I think the blocker seen her calling it off and stopped, and they didn't keep pushing forward.
8.5 minutes remain. Hammer City 35. The D-VAS bringing themselves to 28.
Enraged out there again, jamming against Dangerous. Dangerous doing some double shifting this game, doing great, might I add. Enraged, though, getting through to get lead. Babush kill, trying to hold back Dangerous. Battering Mam giving her a hit while she exits the pack. Enraged has about 30 feet to work with.
It's a very fast-moving pack. Both jammers chasing it as quickly as they can.
Battering Mam trying to grab one of their blockers. Get some easy points for Enraged. Beautiful. She calls it off, and that's going to be 3 points. 1 point, however, awarded to Hammer City. Android WK out there again on the line for the D-VAS, and Steffi Spitfire out again for Hammer City. Seeing a heavy rotation of the superstars out there jamming.
Absolutely, and only 5 points separate these teams. 36 Hammer City, 31 the D-VAS.
I love that every time Android gets out, she's jockeying for position off the line.
Android WK, a little psychological warfare, now moves her way to the front of the pack, gets taken down by Homewrecking Holly. Homewrecking Holly skating backwards, continues to bedevil Android WK. Android WK manages to keep one skate inside. No lead jammer yet declared.
And it was hard fought. Homewrecking Holly facing her, and she gives her a hit and keeps going. Oh, hearing the skin screech. Rubber Rectum getting a use of forearms. Steffi Spitfire able to sneak through on the inside. Android WK, I believe, tripped up there. And
yeah, Homewrecking Holly is dragging Android WK backwards. They're back on the track now.
She calls it off. She throws a big hit to Homewrecking Holly. She gets 3 points.
Rainbow Fight, I would say that coming into this tournament, these two teams may be the most closely matched on paper, and they've certainly given us an even matchup on the track so far this evening.
Definitely. Both leagues have been absolutely amazing. Actually, we just had the A team over to ToRD, and they scrimmaged against the Bay Street Bruisers, our beach travel team, and it was apparently like a 10-point game. Like, it was a really fantastic game. Both leagues have such skill and have been around for so long, part of the WFTDA. It really shows from the farm teams, the FreshMeat.
We have a discussion in the center of the oval. You see the benches awaiting their decision there. Over in the center, Deuce Willis discussing things with the coaches of the respective teams.
Catch up, trying to get everybody up and at 'em.
And you see a shot there of the Zebras and then a shot of the D-VAS bench.
Showing some love. We have Hammer City having a laugh. It's so nice to see everybody coming together and having fun and playing as a team. And that's the most important part about any tournament, is staying together as a team, because you can win a tournament and fall apart on each other and it feels like you've lost. There's the catch up. We have a little personal D-VAS cheering section there.
Looks like things just about cleared up. You see there, referees approaching the players' benches and bringing them back onto the track.
I would think that Hammer City was trying to argue a skating out of bounds, I would think, on Android WK, but it looks like it was overturned. That's what I would think they were arguing, but I don't know.
Hammer City, nonetheless, repeating their war cry and getting back onto the track as Dangerous.
Dangerous going to the box for a major back block. Killer at large out there on her own, just being awarded lead jammer. 4-3 pack advantage Hammer City, Power Jam D-VAS.
Killer at large now approaching the pack. She's inside the pack and a scoring pass cuts through to the inside. She has one to beat.
Oh, she's unsure of her footing. Oh.
Homewrecking Holly has put the hip into Killer at large. Once again, knocks her down.
Killer at large getting back up from a huge hit there on Homewrecking Holly.
Homewrecking Holly continues to bedevil Killer at large and put severe force onto the body. Keeping one skate in, Killer at large, finally, she completes a 5-point pass.
Killer at Large approaching the wall again. D-VAS doing a great job keeping this pack slow, pretty shady, trying to bridge. M-Rage stopping the recycle back. Excellent work on M-Rage's part. Dangerous back on the track now.
Penalty on the play, direction of gameplay. That is going to a Hammer City player. 2 of them will sit. 2 blockers down for Hammer City as Dangerous finishes her initial pass.
And I believe they're going to get, they're going to go for 4 more points. Excellent skating by Killer at Large. That was a long jam to skate, and she did really well. She took a couple big hits.
48-36 in favor of the D-VAS over Hammer City as we just passed the 4-minute mark, 3 minutes, 52 seconds as a timeout is called by Hammer City.
That's a really good call on Hammer City. At this point, they want to try to get back their momentum that they just had and try to chip away at the D-VAS lead again. Only 4 minutes left in this game.
Correction, update to the score. D-VAS 53, Hammer
53,
City
36.
36.
And so it looks like they're lining up Android WK out there for the D-VAS. This team is well, I think a lot of these teams this weekend, but especially the D-VAS that I've noticed, they're all triple threats. I've seen them all jam. I've seen them all block. They're doing amazing at all of it, and it makes me so happy to see everybody coming out as a triple threat. You start off that way. Imagine how you'll be in a couple years.
The D-VAS are in tight, of course, in competition to become part of the largest roller derby league in Canada. So it would behoove them to learn a certain number of skills. Hammer City, no slouches themselves, the first WFTDA sanctioned team in Canada. And they're not giving up yet. Gitana Loba jamming for them, pushing, shopping, carting the blockers in front of her. But it is the D-VAS with lead jam.
Android WK getting lead. Oh, and it's a use of forearms to Gitana Loba. Android WK out there on a power jam. I just want to give a shout out to Ron because I know he's watching, Android WK's father, and I'm sure he's very proud.
Grand Slam, Android WK, and she is not finished yet. She approaches a pack at a virtual standstill. Only 2 blockers from Hammer City in front of her. She's cutting through.
Beautiful offensive block there by Full Deck, just enough to distract the Hammer City blockers so Android can sneak by. We have 2 Hammer City blockers coming back onto the track now. So it's going to be a 4-4 pack. Home Wreckham Holly getting back on the track, meaning I'm sure Android's going to have a hard time with her.
With 3 minutes remaining, the D-VAS may have brought this bout out of the reach of Hammer City.
I wouldn't count them out yet. 32 points. That could be one big jam. I don't want to count them out yet.
Android WK
again,
in the
Full
pack.
Deck with a sweep on the outside and grabbing one. Great job.
Home Wrecking Holly.
Trying to get her out. Android comes right back in.
73-36 the score as the jam comes to a close. Just 2.5 minutes remaining. The loser of this game still has a chance for a 3rd place finish at this tournament, a bronze, so to speak. The winner, of course, will go to the championship game.
So the winner will be playing Les Bûches at, I think, 9:30. And then the loser will be playing Pulp Affliction after this game. Pulp Affliction. I don't think I said that right.
Away they go. Oh.
M-Raged out there, blocking against a wall of Hammer City. I believe they just got called on a multiplayer. That would make sense because it looks like she just went into a wall of arms there.
Killer at Large, however, picking up a penalty also from the D-VAS, heading to the box.
Gitana Loba out there now trying to go up against Babouche Kill.
Gitana Loba has cleared the pack. However, M-Raged is through on a scoring pass.
Oh, M-Raged getting a cut there, getting a hit on Home Wreckham Holly. It's a power jam now for Gitana Loba.
Gitana Loba, 3 to beat at the front, fights her way through, gets through the pack. That's a grand slam for Hammer City. They are declaring that they're not quite through yet. Oh, a tremendous
Huge
jammer
hit by
clear.
Home Wreckham Holly. Babushka trying to get her blockers back. Every time she does so, though, Home Wreckham Holly comes in with a gigantic sweep.
Home Wreckham Holly's a one-person sweeping crew, creating opportunities for Gitana Loba, who is on an afternoon skate. Round and round she goes. And Home Wreckham Holly sweeps again. Gitana Loba, however, gets caught on the inside, has to round herself, goes to the outside of turn number 1, and now faces a wall of 3. They may be outside the zone of engagement, and they must let her go.
Enraged now standing in the box. No lead jammer, as Enraged was lead when she went to the box.
Yes, this jam will go to the full 2 minutes, although a few seconds remain in both the period and the jam. Hammer City declaring that they haven't given up, but however, the time is not on their side, and it appears the Divas have taken this contest. Peppermental attempting to call a timeout in the dying seconds. She apparently did not succeed.
I believe the period clock ran out as the jam clock did. What a close game. I mean, it was fantastic. It really looked like you said, the D-VAS, it looked like they were running away with it, but Hammer City said, no, we're going to make you sweat for it. Really great job on both teams' parts.
Hammer City, a league that has had a time in the wilderness in terms of their involvement with the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. They are certainly on the rise, and if this is their fresh meat class, they certainly have nothing to be ashamed of, Rainbow.
Definitely.
Your victors, the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad of Toronto Roller Derby, 77 over the Hammer City Fresh Meat, 61. Both teams, nobody phoned it in. Everybody extremely present on the day here at Fresh and Furious 2013 on Canuck Derby TV, a Layer 9 production. A victory skate there by the Divas. Hammer City is going to take their skate also. Everyone on the apron of the track, willing to slap the hands of a worthy opponent of the Divas. Hammer City finishes their skate. Up next, we have the bronze medal game, as it were. Pulp Affliction of Orangeville. They will face Hammer City. Hammer City not done yet, as if they haven't done enough work in this tournament.
They have to go back to back. Again, might I add, because they almost went back to back earlier when we had our confusion.
You're watching Canuck Derby TV. My name is Lightning Slim. I am here with Rainbow Fight. Go absolutely nowhere. The bronze medal game is next, and after that, the championships of Fresh and Furious 2013. We will be back.
Thank you very much.